Mary ripped the soul lock bell off her wrist. The room exploded with wind. Her body started fading away. John finally realized the huge mistake he made. 10 years ago, Mary was kidnapped by traffickers. Luckily, General John passed by and rescued her. He took her home and raised her like a sister. Years later, John was surrounded on the battlefield, even called a war god. He couldn't dodge the rain of arrows. He was hit and fell lifeless. Mary ran into the battlefield without thinking, dug him out from a pile of bodies. She dragged his cold body, trying to take him back home, but she accidentally stepped on a buried bronze bell in the desert. Suddenly, a 9-story demon tower erupted from the ground. Then the legendary underworld pawnshop appeared before her. Mary knew this was the only way to bring John back. She didn't hesitate. She traded her remaining life and 10 lifetimes trapped as beasts for John's 70 years of life and glory. The shop owner warned the deal is final. Mary swore she'd never regret it. Her remaining life was taken by the pawnshop. Little did she know this choice would haunt her. The owner sealed her 7 souls and 7 bells on a bracelet. She only had 7 days left to finish her wishes. After that, the bells would shatter, and she would vanish forever. Then fate flipped in an instant. John, lying among the dead, came back to life, even stronger than before. He killed the enemy leader with 1 sword. Soon John returned victorious to the capital. Mary ran out to greet him, but she froze seeing him. John had brought another woman, Sarah. John said Sarah would be her sister-in-law. Mary realized John saw Sarah as his savior. She hurried to explain she was the real one who saved him. Claimed Sarah was lying and had ulterior motives, but John thought she was just jealous. He saw fragile Mary never dared battle. How could she have saved him? Sarah kept stirring trouble on the side. Angry, John whipped Mary for the first time. The whip knocked her out cold. Only then did John start to panic. He sent someone to call a doctor. When the doctor checked Mary carefully, he panicked and told John she had no pulse. Strangely, her body was still warm, not like a corpse. Sarah jumped in to stir the pot. Claimed Mary must have taken a fake death potion, pretending to be dead to scare John and get sympathy. John exploded with rage. He ordered Mary locked up for 3 days. He had no idea Mary had already died to save him. The one in front of him was just a soul with 7 days left. 3 days of confinement passed. Mary thought of a place for her remains. She held the urn, planning to bury it under the peach tree she and John planted. John happened to see it. Mary didn't get a chance to explain. Sarah jumped in, claiming the urn was some evil object for a curse. John went berserk, slapped Mary across the face, then threw her urn violently to the ground. Her ashes scattered everywhere. Mary's head hurt like it was about to explode. John wasn't done, ordered her to kneel at the door and reflect. That's when Mary finally understood what the pawnshop meant when they said she would regret it. She couldn't figure it out. The one who promised to protect and love her forever had turned cold and ruthless. This heartbreaking scene was seen by the grandma who raised her. The grandma rushed in furious to defend Mary, demanding why John was so cruel. Sarah kept stirring trouble. John erupted in anger again. Ignoring Mary's pleas, he ordered the grandma dragged out and beaten 30 strokes. Watching her barely hold on, almost dying, Mary knelt crying, begging John to stop. As John was about to pause, Sarah pretended to feel sick. That split-second hesitation cost the grandma her life. Her death plunged Mary into endless despair. She regretted trading her life for John's. Mary's last day in the world arrived. Her body began decaying, looking grotesque. Coincidentally, it was John's wedding day to Sarah. As John and Sarah said their vows, Sarah provoked, saying Mary didn't come to congratulate. John thought Mary was sulking again, purposely absent. He stormed off to Mary's room furious. Without a word, he slapped her across the face. Only after the slap landed, he realized something was off with Mary. Mary calmly said her time had run out. They would never meet again in any lifetime. Then she resolutely pulled off the soul-locking bell from her wrist. The room exploded with fierce wind. The man watched in horror as Mary's body slowly faded before his eyes.